So for fitting your fat tad in the back of a car, like a hatchback or something like that, there's a couple of key dimensions here. First, I'm going to go over what a fairly normal fat tad is like, and then I'll talk about some differences, some changes you can make to make it a little smaller. So our overall length here, if we get our cranks pointed up vertically, overall length is weighing in at about 79 inches front to back. And that's going to change a little bit based on how tall you are. This is set up for a guy with a 30-inch inseam, so it's fairly small. So you might end up a little larger than that sometimes. The width here, the widest point is actually the ends of your handlebars, and you're going to end up at just over 40 inches on your width. And then your limiter for the height is the seat, and the seat back is going to typically end up in the 34-inch high range. Now, there's a couple of things you can do when packing. If it needs to be narrower, you can turn the handlebars a little bit. So this 5mm Allen wrench is included with your bike because the handlebars are actually turned to fit in the box for shipping, and that's the only thing that we do to modify the bike. That's the only assembly you have to do is just turn the handlebars back and tighten them up. So when you're putting in your hatchback, you can turn these bars back to make the bike a little smaller, and now we're down to about 36 inches. So we've saved 2 inches on either side. For the seat, if you unplug the electrical cables back here, so I'm unplugging the motor, the handlebar accessories, the pedal assist sensor, and the battery. And then you pull the 2 quick pins here, and the 2 under the seat. In just a couple of seconds, you can remove the seat entirely, and you can set the seat aside if you need to. And it helps if you actually unplug all the cables, which I didn't quite get. But now the bike is a little bit smaller. You can see that we're down into the 32-inch range. The next thing that you can do is, if it is still too large and you're willing to use one of our blue soft pack 20 amp hour or 9 amp hour batteries, not the hard case 10 amp hour battery, but the blue soft pack battery, which goes in the bag. You can use that with basically any bike rack. So you can put on a shorter bike rack. We like these toe peak racks. So we can set you up with one of these toe peak racks if necessary, if you need it to fit in your car. And you just have to let us know. So if we build your bike with this rack, or if you change to this rack later, now we've dropped the height down to about 26.5 inches. That's, if you remove the battery from the top of the bag. If you're leaving the battery on for packing into the car, then you're going to be in the 30-inch range for height. So that's a couple ways you can make the bike a little smaller, and those are the things you're going to want to check if you're trying to fit it into your car.